Hello, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing three episodes. This is the second episode. Hopefully, I can finish them. And the voice is like around 50% of what I have. If I speak louder, it hurts. So I still want to do uploads regular basis. And also, I have to return few fragrances and samples to my friends. So I'm trying to finish it in a rush. So you'll see in this episode such an example of collab of four fragrances, three sample and one full bottle review, just to speed up the process. So hopefully, I can finish them and give a proper review, even though it's going to be shorter. First review I'm going to do is a very beautiful presentation, which is why I picked it up. My friend, she has this bottle for some time, and then this is called Burberry For Her, and I think this is called Blossom or something, or Petals. I forgot the name. I think it's called Petal, limited edition. Okay, Burberry For Her Petals, from the house of Burberry. Okay, so this has to be one of the most prettiest like presentation I have ever seen. This one is, I think, a tester unit, so it doesn't have a box or anything like that. So the name of the fragrance is going to be up front, and the inside it looks like actually artwork on the bottle, but I'll tell you something interesting. These are real flower petals or something like that. They put it inside, and the juice inside is very interesting because it's more thicker. Then the consistency is like more like a gel, okay, like aloe vera gel, or like those lotions that have that oily consistency, like suntan lotions, that sort of almost. It's very thick. I don't know if you can pick. I think there are already reviews on this, and it's very popular line though. So this one, that's why the flowers float. I think that's the petals float. That's the reason why they made it bit thick. So this perfume, the atomizer is at the side. Base looks like that. There's a sticker and all that. Uh, Sprayers, good. Okay, good. Not no issue with the spray, even the juice is thicker. So I have this perfume clicks onto place on paper, and it's very pretty fragrance. I reviewed only one from this line. I think there are in total 7 or 8 in this line. I did the original Burberry For Her, which smelled like Baccarat Rouge in my uh, memory, vivid memory. It was a very beautiful perfume, but given there are a lot of clones of Baccarat Rouge, didn't really interest me because I lost interest in many fragrances which smell the same. So this one also smells a lot like the original. It smells sweet, it smells fruity, it smells floral. So that's what this is. A very pretty perfume, very pretty. Longevity, let me tell you first, it's good, but in the high heat, I don't think this lasts as much because this is going to be really good for spring and autumn. I think when the weather is changing a little bit, now it is very hot and humid. For this weather, I will not recommend this. It can be gone very quickly. And the overall performance from the original one was also not more than 7.5 out of 10. So the price, I think, is going to be very high on this. And for the price, this is not as long lasting as some of you may expect. Okay, so the smell wise, it has notes like I think wild berries. Let me see on Fragrantica, wild berries, violet leaves, jasmine, and amber. So that doesn't really tell so much story. It's basically a fruity floral, like many other perfumes. You smell like this, like fragrances in Moschino, many other houses like Moschino, Versace, or maybe Burberry itself has some sweet perfumes like My Burberry Black, that is much higher class and much longer lasting fragrance. This one is a nice line. I'll give it that. For people, for the girls, this is gonna be like their dream because it doesn't really move and it stays in there, and the juice is different. It feels like nice, like the consistency is thick. So we used to use this product back in the days, like in the hair. I forgot the name. What was it like? It's not oil. We used to put it in the hair and make it like silky and soft. Liz, I don't remember Lisbon. What's the thing called? Anyway, so glycerin type of thing, So anyway, it reminds me of that. So this thing, if you want to wear this outside, your occasion would be parties, like a special occasion. Not good for office, perhaps too sweet, but it's a good perfume. I really like it. I don't know how much exact the price is, but I think you can should not expect like wonders from it. But I think overall it's a nice little perfume, nothing much to complain. It smells really good. Overall, I give it like 8 out of 10 because mostly of the bottle. Really nice fragrance. It's a like a youthful fragrance. Okay, so now let's get into 3 samples. Okay, these are samples I got when I purchased few fragrances, and I think one of them belongs to one of my friends, so I have to return. And let's check. Okay, so next one, let's continue women's perfume. It's from House of Elixir. And this Elixir line, I did 3 to 4 perfumes, and every time I tried Elixir fragrances, the first thing blew my mind was how much is the quality of perfumes that they make. Marc Jacobs, Elixir, some of these houses people do not really talk about so much, but these houses like Elixir especially, their fragrance class is like so much higher, like whew, like really fire. The bottles, the smell, the longevity, out of this world. So this one's particular called Elixir. This one I think is a shop we have here called Samdara. So they give out these samples. So I got this. This one, the bottle looks like this. Perhaps I don't have the bottle. Sorry about that. This one I sprayed all these three. I sprayed the perfumes on the sample itself, so I don't want to respray. When I'm smelling this, absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I mean, woo. It's a full-bodied, like a mature, elegant. Things that come to my mind is like high-class parties, rich people. This house so far, even the cheapest one from this house, I can tell you one thing: they smell like high class. Some of the Dolce and Gabbana now they nowadays they're releasing. I feel they're too casual. They're too much like alike. Like one is similar to other, and they're just like doing this flanker, that flanker, and they don't last that much, and they're very monotonous. Like I don't really, I'm losing interest in Dolce and Gabbana, to be honest. Women's perfumes, men's section also kind of blah. So their fragrances are not, I would say this, for the price, if not similar, cheaper. Elixir is going to be cheaper than Dolce & Gabbana if you look for discounters. This smells, first of all, very rich. I love the way it smells. It smells like real classy women. Okay, this is not for younger ladies. Let me read the notes. Oh, I have to take out my specs. My specs gone. It's inspired by Lebanon. See what I mean? A floral bouquet of orris, that is iris. Sparkling neroli and mandarin is warmed by ambery and bomb facets for an irresistible trail. Okay, so basically it has that note, classy note of iris. I love iris, you guys know that. And it does have that powdery, sort of like a classy, it definitely smells like class of Dior, if I may say so. Some of the Dior Poison line, or Chanel number 5, or I don't know, Dior J'adore. If you know those classy perfumes, this is that class. And I can tell you it's full bottle worth. I don't know how much this is going for. It is suitable for parties, let's say special celebration, year-end celebration, New Year's, weddings. If you have wedding anniversary, you want to go for a date, this is the perfume. This one I give 10 out of 10. So beautiful. Check out this fragrance. It's called Elixir. This is just a sample, and this is how the bottle looks. Try before you buy, by the way. You don't have to take my word for it. Very nice floral perfume. Third one I'm gonna go is a fragrance, very easy. This is a unisex line. I think I have only one bottle left. I don't know if I still have it. I have to be careful. It's down there and it's collecting dust. It's from this line, Acqua di Parma's line, and this one I have is called Arancia di Capri. I have some juice left. I use this heavily on summers, okay, on most part. So from this line, I reviewed everything. I think everything else 6, 7, and this is the one I did not review. I don't know how to say this name. Uh, Marto di Panarea, Marto or Mirto di Panarea. I'm sorry, this is not my forte, but you understand the fragrance. Okay, so this official sample all is blue, theme is blue, just like the rest of them. And this is a 1.2 ml sample. I tried this on my skin and I sprayed this on the paper as well. So I can smell it is very faint because it's sprayed like 1 hour ago. Let me tell you the bad thing about this fragrance. If I have to criticize, this whole line, like apart from Fico di Amalfi, the rest of the line and most of the fragrance from this house, Acqua di Parma, I wish they lasted more than 2 to 3 hours. Yes, some of you will say like the Osmanthas, the floral collection, the darker bottles, or some of the other ones like oud, like leather, they last longer. Not on me. I do love their floral collection a lot. Like Osmanthus is really beautiful. They have, I forgot the other ones' names, but they're really gorgeous. But those are more expensive. This is so-called their affordable line. You can get these 115 bottles perhaps for under $200. So you might think it's a good value, but I'll tell you one thing, it's not. They smell fantastic. All their fragrances on 100 out of 100, 99% smell fantastic. None of them last. And that's the thing that make me borderline like ish, like I wish I could get so many of the perfumes and I use it for summer, but trust me, they are like EDC concentration. If you spray them, the moment you go out, within 1 hour they'll be gone. That is the bad side. Let me tell you the good side. This is hands down the best smelling from this line. Okay, When I smell this, you know what I smell vividly? On my skin, it lasted about 1.5 hours. Okay, guilty because my skin is not the best. But as long as it lasted, it smells so beautiful. It is literally like the Mediterranean Sea. It smells like maybe as far as I remember, like neroli, something like body lotion type, something citrusy, something like a drink, refreshing drink on the summers. Let me refresh the memory, because the opening is gone already, and these samples are so small. Yeah, I sprayed like twice there. Yeah, there. Okay. So this one, let's see what they say. Um, it's a story. Not interested to read the story. Okay, yeah, they have myrtle, marine citrus accents, as well as intense base as lentiscus. I don't know what that is. Juniper and cedarwood. Okay, so the notes that you have to look at is juniper berries, as well as some those was that note this in myrtle. It's kind of like a drink. Sorry, sometimes the voice disturbs. So it is kind of like a. Let me smell it. This smells fantastic. This smells something like Tom Ford would make from the Costa Azzurra line, or what is the other one? Neroli Portofino. Those Tom Ford, the C collection, the blue collection. This one smells like part of that heritage. It smells of regal class. I was bashing it for the performance, right? It's not a long-lasting perfume, but trust me, these fragrances smell like it's built for like Italian royal family or something, somewhere like European kings family are using this as splash, and then they wash themselves like 4711 cologne, but this they don't last. So something, imagine like right out of the shower, first thing in the morning after the gym, you want to extend the freshness. This is the kind of fragrance you want to put. Smells so nice, citric. It has a very citrus, like a acidic citrus. Reminds me of Dior Eau Sauvage kind of. Great fragrance. If I have to give the smell rating, it would get like 9 out of 10. But just for the performance, which sucks, the prices are not cheap in our country, so it cannot be had for $50. So I would not call this a great value, but great smell. If you can find this at a very, let's say, going for 70%, grab these, grab the whole line. Okay. Overall, I'll give this fragrance 7 out of 10. Great fragrance, poor longevity. Last one. This is perhaps the special most one I don't like. This is a very expensive house to niche house, which is called Memo Perry, and this fragrance is called Rose+Rose. I think that's the name. It's a flower collection, perhaps. This is the sample. Okay, very beautiful. I really like the way it looks. And it looks like a goddess or something in Athens. Okay, so it's beautiful. It's most probably made for ladies. Take a look inside. Very pretty also as well. So there it's a Paris, and there are a lot of you know flowers, pink roses, which tells you it's going to be rose-based perfume. So the main three notes they said are oh, there are a few notes here: grapefruit, Brazilian orange, bergamot, cinnamon, davana, rose, orange blossom, petit grain, balsam and Peru balsam, cedar, patchouli, guaiacard, musk. Oh no, musk, woody amber. So this thing, I remember when I sprayed this first thing, I knew I had a feeling this is not going to be my jam, not my type of perfume, but I respect it. Okay, let me spray a little bit more. Just one spray. It's strong. So Memo Paris, strong thing about them is the performance on most part are really, really good, long-lasting perfumes. But the bottles can be a little bit small, like 75 ml. I don't know how much is this. So you have to pay big money to get this, $200, $300 plus. So it's expensive. But most of the Memo, the leather line or these lines, if you see some of the musk ones, are not really my favorite. The reason being, I live in a wrong country to wear this house. They have some of the summer ones, which is the cologne, or some of the Kedu, and few of the other ones I reviewed. They're good. They're really good for summers, but they don't last. This thing lasts. On the paper, I could smell it for 7 8 hours. My room was filled with the smell. So this is highly likely a 9 or 10 out of 10 for performance. But this fragrance has something which is on the dry down, really turned me off or put me off, uh, because there is something animalic, and this not mentioned. I don't know if it's a par balsam or something, civet. Or I smell this DNA somewhere in some of the powerhouses. It's not quite a powerhouse, but it smells like some powerhouse, like some stink coming from it somewhere, and that is perhaps the musk. Could be an animalic musk, and people who are experts can tell perhaps. But in our country condition, this fragrance is not going to suit, because this fragrance will be really good for Europe or somewhere between where it's mostly cool, even the summers are cool. This is going to be good cold weather fragrance through and through. You have to wear leather gloves, nice dresses, overcoats, nice hat, classy. But when I smell it, once again, I respect it, but something in it makes me feel a little bit sick in the stomach. And I'm not saying it's a bad fragrance, I hate it or anything. It's just the weather, perhaps heat and humidity, is just something I would not like to wear. So I would call this pass. It's not my personal taste, to my taste, but it's a good fragrance I can respect. So out of 10, for creativity or the uniqueness to the smell or complexity, this is a very complex fragrance. A lot of notes in there. You discover side by side when you smell, like dry down and opening. It will change a lot. But wear this in colder setup, I'll give this fragrance 8 out of 10 out of respect, even though this is not my top fragrance. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. One more video, then we'll upload it. Take care. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.